Yo, what is up? It is your boy Asher with another video. Now in this video we're going to be talking about JFK. You guys saw in the title, that's right. Who really killed JFK? Who was really behind the whole plot of JFK? Because I'm curious. I'm sure you guys are curious too. Otherwise you guys wouldn't be clicking on this video. But anyways, let's get into it. A lot of people think that JFK's assassination was carried out by multiple people rather than one person, which we commonly have been told was Harvey Oswald. Now, the reason why I think this is because just 2 days, not one, not a week, not whatever, just 2 days after the assassination of John F. Kennedy, this man, Jack Ruby, kills Harvey Oswald. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's just 2 days. November 22nd, JFK was killed, and then November 24th, the person who killed JFK was killed. So it's like, there must have really been something behind that. The person who killed JFK was killed by that guy because maybe, I don't know, maybe he just really liked the president, you know? Maybe he just wanted justice to be served in his view, you know? He just wanted to kill the guy. But I don't know, that doesn't really make sense, you know? That doesn't really add up. Like, maybe I'm thinking because Harvey Oswald, the reason why he was killed was to shut him up, you know, to say, hey, you know, what if Harvey was like, you know, I really feel guilty about this. I think I'm just going to turn myself in. Maybe I probably feel better if I turn myself in. And, you know, people hearing about this, Jack Ruby heard about this, and he was like, oh no, you ain't going nowhere. And then he kills him right there. He's like, pow, he just kills him. And that makes a lot of sense because, I mean, you don't want a rat, you know, in your whole organization. You don't want somebody snitching on you. So he gave up, you know, as a result. Maybe the snitch was Harvey Oswald. He was going to snitch potentially. And Jack Ruby killed him because he was like, hey, you know, you're not going to ruin this for me. I got kids. I got all these people in my corner. I don't want you to do nothing about that. I don't want to be locked up just because of your foolish actions. I don't know about that one. That's just a conspiracy theory once again. But that makes a lot of sense. Let me know what you guys think about that. Anyways, another conspiracy theory is the fact that a man with an umbrella killed JFK. And you guys are probably questioning, what? How do you kill somebody with an umbrella unless you beat him? I mean, it's clearly showing the video that the guy was shot, you know? But let me tell you why I think this. So, in the video, the assassination video, there was a guy with an umbrella. Now, it was very hot outside, like very hot. And everybody was just, you know, wearing their summer clothes or whatever, you know? It's not really summer, it's November, but I mean, it was very hot, so you kind of get that idea. But, anyways, this guy had an umbrella. It was like this black umbrella. He was just holding it up. And it doesn't really make sense because it wasn't raining. It wasn't like windy. It was nothing. Like, it was just hot. JFK was right in front of the man with the umbrella. The umbrella could have had like a mechanism that could have shot JFK. And that makes so much sense, you know? There's a lot of crazy things in history. Like, let me give you an example. So I was like browsing, I don't know, I think I was like looking on Instagram or something like that. And I saw like this crazy thing. Like, so, you know, the brass knuckles that you see in the movies, those brass knuckles. Well, there's like a gun attached to this brass knuckle. Like, it's like a little mini gun and it's like connected to the brass knuckle. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. 1800s, 1900s, I don't know when this thing was made, but I'm guessing 1800s could look so old. That's crazy. So, you know, that couldn't really be far off the whole umbrella idea with the whole gun. Like, it's crazy. It might be a long shot, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. Like, who are you gonna see at a cookout with an umbrella? Think about it. Like, you had some barbecue cookout, and you know, everybody, you know, has their swimming trunks on or something like that, you know, something warm. And there's just some guy with an umbrella. You're going to question him. You can be like, why do you have an umbrella? You know, because it's weird, you know, it's just really weird. So, yeah, so in fact, they did question him. The Select Committee of Assassinations, that's like an organization that was formed in 1976. They brought the man with the umbrella in to questioning, and this was in Washington, of course. And the man with the umbrella, he had like he told that committee, he was like, hey, I was just doing this for some protests, please don't hurt me, please don't lock me up. I was just doing this for some protest. Let me tell you the protest that he was doing this for, because it sounds kind of bizarre, but at the same time, I don't know. It's up to you guys. So let me tell you. So he explains that he had the umbrella that day for a protest at the appeasement policies of Joseph P. Kennedy. Now, Joseph P. Kennedy was John F. Kennedy's father. So just to tell you, just to give you that context, let me just reread that because I feel like you guys forgot. So he explains that he had the umbrella that day for a protest at the appeasement policies of Joseph P. Kennedy, JFK's father, when he was ambassador to Court of St. James back in 1938 through 39. It was a reference to a man by the name of Neville Chamberlain's umbrella. Now, that still doesn't really clear that up for me. It's still kind of fuzzy. Like, it doesn't really make sense all the way for me. But, yeah, that's what the man said. I guess any way to preserve yourself, even if it sounds crazy, just throw it out there. Something that links with this as well, I think that the actual committee, the House Select Committee of Assassinations, was a part of the assassination of JFK. Now, the reason why I say this is because for years and years and years, the original tape depicting or showing JFK being shot was missing. Now, the last person who had that tape was that committee. And of course, at the time, they needed that tape because they didn't have Netflix. They didn't have no Google or YouTube to see these things. It was really dependent upon that tape. I don't know. That's very weird to me that something that valuable would be lost. And that committee was actually formed to solve the murders of JFK and MLK, in fact, MLK Jr., which is kind of weird because something that's so devoted to those two people, that whole committee was pretty much devoted to those two people, they lost that tape, and that tape is pretty valuable. But hey, I don't know. That's just a conspiracy theory. Yeah, crazy. Let me know what you guys think about that. But all right, our last conspiracy theory is that Lyndon B. Johnson killed President John F. Kennedy. Now, that's not very far off because Lyndon B. Johnson was senator at the time of Texas, and he didn't want to be vice president. And the president, JFK, he was insisting, hey, you should be vice president. Why don't you run vice president? And he's like, no, I don't want to be vice president. He didn't really want to be vice president. Or in other words, he wasn't looking to be lower than the president. He wanted to be the president. He wanted to be someone of that stature. He starts to lose political power. And Texas is kind of drifting away, And they need Texas. Well, not necessarily LBJ, but John F. Kennedy needed Texas in order for his re-election to be effective. So, as a result of their Texas situation, John F. Kennedy actually went down to Texas to kind of sort things out and, I don't know, give some speeches or something. But the crazy part about it was that LBJ actually knew that it was dangerous to not go in Texas at the time. The political climate, the whole climate in general, just wasn't safe. And the reason why he knew this was because LBJ had a close friend or assistant. And the assistant told LBJ that, hey, the climate right now, the whole atmosphere, whatever is going on in Texas, it's not good. Please warn the president, tell the president, hey, do not go at this time. It's not good. Please dip, go. You gotta go. Just leave because it's just not safe. But LBJ didn't tell him. Imagine if he told him. Wow. A lot of things would have changed. But anyways, LBJ didn't tell him at all. And look at it now. I mean, LBJ ended up becoming president right after that. Which is, wow. That's not really crazy to believe that, LBJ had the president killed. But anyways, like I said, that's just a conspiracy theory. That's going to wrap up my video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And give me some comments, let me know what I should do next on that. Or any other person, I guess. Just let me know what you guys think I should do. And like I always say, continue to support me as I continue to grow, because shoot, that's motivation. I need that sometimes. But I motivate myself a lot, so I mean, I need it, but at the same time, hey, I can do without it, but I need it, so please do it. Please do it. But who do you think really killed JFK? Let me know down in the comments down below.